Hi friends, MD Vegan. Today is my day of gentle juice fasting. I do that once a week in the average. And every time I juice fast, I only drink juices or plant milks or water, tea, coffee, whatever drinking. Yeah, but no smoothies, no salads. As that in case I feel bad, though that's the only exception. Like headache or so from detox, so these things can happen. Then I will drink a smoothie or have a soup or some light soup or so. So it always has to be pleasant, delight. Yeah, no stress. The stress destroys the cleansing effect, the healing effect. The body heals itself if it is not under stress. Under stress, other things are happening in the body and it cannot heal itself. It's active. It defends itself. Yeah. Fight and flight, we call that. The nervous system has two main modes: fight and flight, and relax and digest, and these kind of things. So in stress, it turns off the fight and on the fight and flight state. So adrenaline is coming and we are active, alert. Then we don't heal ourselves, we don't digest them. So to make sure I feel great, yeah, I try to feel really great and not push myself during the fasting. That's why we call it gentle juice fasting. And to me, that's the best way of fasting. It's very gentle. Yeah, it's always great, and I can do it, for years and years to come. Every once a week on one day, I have only juices. And the great thing, I'm not talking about less work in the kitchen, more time for myself. Not having to digest my food, having all the energy of the ingredients for myself. So cleansing, self-reflection. Not talking about these wonderful fasting effects. I also am more creative. My senses are more alert, and so I'm creative. That means I can make new recipes. I always make a new juice recipe or a plant milk recipe on these fasting days, one. And today I make a beet juice. Yeah? That's one of my favorite vegetables, or ingredients at all, to invent new flavors. Because the beet here, this is a nice, medium large beet. You see, I cut it into small pieces to fit into the juicer. Yeah? Beet should be fresh, because if it is old and soft, then the juice is not so nice, When the water goes out of the fruit, you store it too long, the water goes out and you cannot juice it so well anymore. So it's good with beet. If I go to the health food shop and get a new beet, I look if they are firm. Some beets are lying there for some time and then they are soft and they're not good for juicing. You can juice them anyway, but it's nicer to have the fresh ones and to use them in time. So just a little hint if you want to make your own juices. Fresh fruit is better for that, especially for juicing. So now I have my beet, and the beet has a lot of sugar in there. But this sugar, you don't taste it. If you eat a beet like that, you don't taste it sweet. It tastes earth-like. Some people say it tastes like dirt. I don't feel like that. But you can make a beet salad. Just like that, But very simple. It tastes delicious, Some onions maybe, a little bit of dressing or so. Very simple beet salads. But grating them, grating a beet, and then it's very easy. But the juice, it doesn't taste sweet, but there's a huge amount of sugar. And I found that if you put a sweet and sour fruit together with the beet in a smoothie or a juice especially, then all this sugar seems to come out of the beet and gets into new flavors. And it's an amazing thing. I never saw that in another plant like with the beet. Really, it's very unique. You wouldn't think it if you think of a beet. What is a beet? Hidden in the earth, dark, earth flavors, not so nice, But they turn into amazing. And the first time I noticed that was with mango. Here's a mango, a whole mango. I even use the peel when I juice it. This peel is not too bitter. Yeah, sometimes mango has bitter peel. Maybe I wouldn't use that, but this was not too bitter. It's a nice large mango, not super large, but it's a nice amount of mango. And I found when I juiced the mango with the beet, I had this, I call it candy kid flavor. I tasted that the first time. It is like the flavors, that's why candy kid. When I was a kid, I had I loved sweets, yeah, candies. That was my biggest thing. I was somehow really addicted to that. But of course, that is not healthy. Yeah? The candy, the sweets I had as a kid were not very healthy. Super high in sugar, refined sugar, you know, not the healthy sugars in the whole fruit. It's a big difference. Yeah? Refined sugar, industrialized sugar, they are really bad for the teeth and the whole system. Yeah, make the body sour. I avoid it if I can. Yeah, but this flavor reminded me of these amazing flavors. It was an amazing experience, an amazing feeling. The flavor by itself, when I look at it from today perspective, with my knowledge and my refined flavors now from being vegan, exploring the plants and healthy diet, I think these flavors from the other days, they might not have been that fantastic. I thought they were, but I guess I was pretty much in an illusion, because they ruined my health, my teeth and everything. And these flavors, they have these wonderful feelings, but they are healthy. Yeah, these beet juices with the mango, yeah, they're super healthy. Of course, there's no fiber. The juice has no fiber, so it goes directly to the bloodstream. The sugar can spike, so you'd have to drink them slowly. But it is a different story on a fasting day than on a regular day. On a regular day, I eat my food, my whole food, with the fiber. The fiber is one of the most important things in food. The fiber makes the digestion work. It is really healthy. It's important to moderate the intake of nutrients. Yeah. That's why the fiber is so important, and it's also the food for the bacteria in the intestines. So this is a very crucial part of our diet, the fiber. Every plant has fiber. Yeah, there are thousands of fibers in every plant, and there's a long story about fiber. But in juicing, we remove the fibers, yeah, to put the digestion at rest. It's a very special state of the body. Yeah, it's a very different metabolism in these fasting days, and it's very interesting. Yeah, it turns the attention inside, away from the outside. So I have self-reflection, I detox, I heal from inside. It's like a rest day, like a day off for the digestion. I will never let that go again. It's a wonderful thing to do. You can try. And with the gentle juice fasting, it's easy to, because you have the most wonderful nutrients and fruits and veggies, and you can still have them in a liquid form. Of course, without the fiber, the nutritional value is limited. It's not for regular days. It's not regular food. Juicing, fresh juices are not regular food. They are not healthy as real food, but that's a different story on fasting, as I tried to explain. So this is the thing with the day I make these beet and mango juice. It's the basic part of this juice, but I found that if I add to these flavors, I can model these wonderful beet flavors. Model, for example, with orange, apple. Here I have an orange and apple today. Yeah. All these different fruit have different effects and create different flavors with beet. Yeah. I could tell a lot of stories about what kind of fruit creates what kind of beet flavor. But I won't do that now. Yeah, it's a very nice thing. Today I want to add the mango, the apple and the orange to give a little bit more volume to the flavor. The main change of the basic main flavor here is the mango beet flavor. This is the thing you should try. Yeah? And then later you could add other fruit like orange or apple to give a little bit more volume to the whole thing, to the whole juice. Yeah? The main difference here in flavor comes in this case of the mango, from the mango. And what I try new today, I never did that before, I make a spinach juice. I make a green juice out of it. I have a big bowl of fresh spinach here. I washed it, cut it into small pieces for the juicer again. You see, that's the biggest part of the juice here, beet spinach juice. And the spinach has a gentle flavor. It's slightly sour, and it might add together with the apple and the orange. Yeah, that is more to balance the sour flavor of the spinach, because if you add too much sour flavor to the beet juice, it might be too much. So adding a little bit sweet and sour with the other fruits, this might be balanced, and again the mango beet flavor can be the base, yeah, can be in the foreground. So so this is why I put apple and orange here to balance the big part of spinach. And spinach is a green vegetable, and green vegetables are the healthiest food at all. Yeah. There's a lot to talk about spinach, of course. You shouldn't eat it every day because there are oxalates in there and they're not so good for the system. They're a little bit stress on the system, but if you do that in moderation, that's okay. So spinach in moderation is okay. I want to know the flavor today. And greens, of course, are very important. The chlorophyll, the green color of the spinach and other greens, that is also super healthy for us. Yeah? So that's why I want to make a green juice today. And a green and a red juice together creates wonderful colors. Yeah? Very dark green, yeah, almost a black green. And you will see, I didn't see this color before because this kind of juice with beet and spinach never did that before, I guess. So I'm very excited about to see this new color. And I will highlight everything, the whole flavors, with lemon and ginger. That's a classical combination, a classical pairing here. I have one whole lemon without the peel and a good piece of ginger, maybe 3 or 4, 5 inches. Yeah, I won't take too much, but if I have a lot of fruit here and veggies, I can take a little bit more ginger. Otherwise, it gets too hot and unpleasant. But with this kind of amount of produce, I can take a good part of ginger too. And ginger and lemon wouldn't add so much own flavor to the other flavors. It rather highlights the other flavors, makes them more intense a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more, pushes it a little bit more to the limits. Yeah. So that's why I like lemon and ginger often. And of course, it has great health benefits, the lemon and the ginger both. All these health benefits are to write books about, but I not do that. I won't talk about that too much. To me here, more important is the basic flavor of beet and mango. The addition with the spinach, and the spinach as green has to balance with orange and apple. That's the main story today. Made a little bit longer to explain a little backgrounds, but to give you an idea what I do when I make a new juice. And it's, after all, pretty simple, pretty easy to be creative if you have a systematic approach. So systematic approach would be the base is easy, like beet and mango, for example. This is something I could work with, yeah, an element, and I add part to that step by step. Now it's a pretty complex juice, yeah, after some other recipes I made. This one is addition of 2 juices, so to say, the beet mango juice and the spinach apple juice, yeah. So to say, 2 juices in 1 juice. A little bit more complex, but very interesting what will come out of it. I'm very curious. And from that knowledge with these juices is not just delicious and a wonderful feeling to drink these juices slowly, but it's also the knowledge I'm interested in. What happens with these combinations in my system, and how can I use that in other recipes? So I will juice now, and then I come back and taste the juice in front of you. 1.5 liter juice, that's a lot. I will have to drink it very slowly because, as I said, juice has no fiber or less fiber. And so the nutrients go directly to the bloodstream without digestion. So when they go so fast without moderation, the sugar spikes can go up, and that's not so good because then the insulin production begins and so on, and that's not so good. So drinking juices has to be slowly, sipping, yeah, takes some time, like a regular meal. So the juice to me is like a full meal on a regular day. I have to drink it slowly, and maybe the whole afternoon or so. I can also put it in the refrigerator, pause, drink some water in between. I have to drink a lot on the fasting day to feel great, 4 liters or so, whatever kind of liquid, that doesn't matter, almost. Yeah, that's the thing. Slowly, that's okay. So you don't over push the system with the sugar. There's a lot of sugar, of course, in there. But that's good. That's good on a fasting day. So, I will taste it now. The color is pretty impressive. It's a wonderful dark red. Yeah, you see this? It's not a bright color, but well, many colors have their own flair. I will taste it now. Let's see. It's a thick juice. Yeah, the mangoes make it thick. The apples make it a little bit thick. Of course, also the spinach makes it thick, and the beet makes it thin. Orange makes it thin too. So all ingredients also have a different texture also in the juice. So that's now the flavor. Let's taste it. There is absolutely at the base this mango beet flavor. You have to taste that. That is amazing. So this is the base. It's very nicely there. So it worked. And my plan worked with a big part of green and then orange and apple to balance the green, so that the base of the mango beet, this wonderful beet flavor base, will still be there in the flavor, in the end flavor, in the total flavor here. That's the case. It's wonderful. And it has a touch of green here in there. The spinach is there in the flavor, gentle so. And of course, all the benefits, all the nutrients are in there. So it's a new flavor indeed. Yeah, the mango beet spinach flavor. Beautiful juice, thick and creamy, and definitely what makes my fasting day a delight. Yeah. So, if you like to find out more about juice fasting, gentle juice fasting especially, you can also go to Facebook. There's a Facebook page called Tree Yoga Mood Fasting, because the gentle juice fasting comes from Tree Yoga. Tree Yoga brought the flow into yoga. So that it's a dance, yeah, where every movement counts. A little bit inspired, not inspired, but similar to the Asian martial arts, yeah, Tai Chi, Qigong, and so they also have this dance-like movements where every movement counts. In Tree Yoga, it is a little more refined. The Asians, they love it. They all love Tree Yoga now. It's a big explosion there in China and Japan, and so many more people are doing that now. But it comes from America, from 1980. Carly Rae invented it. She was inspired, she was really enlightened, is still having these flows every day, new series, and it's amazing. And she also inspired us to do the gentle juice fasting, where the flow prevails, the non-violence. Yeah, that is she also brought non-violence, the veganism, to yoga. Before she did that, most of the yoga styles were not vegan, but she changed that. Now more and more yoga people are turning to veganism because of the non-violence principle, the ahimsa principle. It's so basic for yoga. We wonder, why has that ever been different? Why have not always yogis been vegan? Yeah. So things change, fortunately. Yeah, we all go vegan now. And also non-yoga people, I guess more and more people understand that that's a more important field to live from the heart with non-violence against the animal friends is so important. Yeah. And the gentle juice fasting is part of it because it's based on non-violence, on the flow, you know, not harming yourself, yeah, being always feeling great. Then the healing can begin, and then you never need to stop. So that's a Facebook page, Free Yoga Moon Fasting. You can find my recipes there, my juice recipes there. Moon calendar for the best fasting days, but that is subtle stuff, not so important. More important is the basic message. Once a week, a full day, yeah, and only juices or other drinks, and then every week. That's the idea basically. And if you feel great, that's good. If not so, then maybe have a little bit more food, yeah, more fiber, so the detox effect that's most important is slowed down a little bit. That's the idea basically, very simple, very easy, nothing wrong with that. So that's the thing. And in general, I have my YouTube channel, MD Vegan. You can subscribe, get a new recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, MD Vegan, everywhere. I hope to see you soon.